Hello and welcome back to more Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. One last episode, we explored Crete. So we explored the dig site and then we explored Crete. And in this episode, we are going to be exploring a secret labyrinth within this room.
So, the legend of a labyrinth hidden under the ruins of Knossos is true. The legend of Atlantis isn't any more far-fetched. Maybe it's true too.
I think the last stone disc and Atlantis are waiting for us somewhere beyond that door.
So, alright, so here's what you want to do. First thing you want to do is you want to pick up 2 of these 3 statue heads right here. You don't want to pick up the third one though, because as you'll notice here, this doorway is going to start to close. So pick up 2 of them, then walk to the doorway. Then once you're both on the other side of here, you notice we can still see into the last room. So here's what we want to do. We want to use... Where is it? Here it is. Indy's whip on this statue head.
Stay away from the door.
To pull it through before the doorway closes. Pretty neat, huh? Here's the path you want to take. First things first, you want to walk up through this doorway up to the top. Then walk through this doorway over here on the right. And then make one last step through this doorway over here on the left-hand side. And you are going to arrive in the room you need to be in with this big old statue right here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to use Indy's whip on... I said use Indy's whip on the statue head.
Get behind me, Sophia.
You'll notice that this section of the ground stepped down small bits. Now let's step on this platform.
Sophia, get over here.
Oh! What's going on, Indy?
It must be a primitive elevator of some sort.
I always thought Mr. Otis invented the elevator.
Yeah, well, this is our floor.
Oh, would you look who it is?
Oh, wait, that was our ride. It's our old friend, Professor Sternhardt. Looks like he's starved to death.
How awful!
I guess he knew a lot more than he let on.
But not quite enough, apparently.
Yeah, we'll starve too if we don't find a way out of here.
Alright, we want to pick up the staff over here. And we also want to pick up the World Stone.
This is the World Stone that Sternhardt swiped in Tikal.
Now that we have those 3 things, we're going to head over to the waterfall on the right-hand side. And what you may notice in this waterfall, if we look at it...
Nice. Wait, there's a chain running up behind the waterfall. It must be holding the elevator's counterweight.
And now that we know that, we're actually going to want to use that chain to climb our way out of here.
Hold on, Jones. Where do you think you're going?
I'm climbing this chain.
You'd better come back.
Trust me. Ouch. What an inconvenient way to go up.
Alright, so there's only really one way we can go here, because if you try to walk it to the left, you're just going to fall down into the same room you came in. So instead you want to walk through this doorway over here, and basically retreat down the same pathway you took to get here to go back to that first room, where it branches off to the left and the right, which would be this room right here. Head to the left doorway right over here, and you're going to be taken into a room with a special little shelf right here. And what we want to do is we want to use all 3 of the statue heads with the shelf right over here. So there's 1, there's 2, and now for the grand finale, here's 3. Now that we've done that, we can walk through this doorway right here. A golden box hidden on the other side. Unfortunately, we can't actually reach this golden box. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use the staff we just picked up a little while ago in order to knock this thing off its place.
There, the counterweight is free.
Well, that's all we really needed from here. So now what we can do is we can go back the same way we came. Once you get to this room right here, what you want to do is you want to use the staff in the statue's mouth in order to activate an elevator.
Going up?
Look at that! Here we are. We are here, and we can actually pick up the gold box now.
There are 2 more beads underneath it. I'll take them too.
Alright, now we want to go all the way back along the pathway we just traversed to get here, and I'll speed this part up so you don't have to watch me go all the way back to this labyrinth again. Now you're back in this room, you want to intentionally step on this platform to ride back down to Sophia. Okay, now we're going to walk through this doorway right over here. And you'll notice that we've come to a gate that we can't really open. Can't do anything with it. But there is a hole up here.
It's a narrow crawl space.
So, let's see if we can convince Sophia to, crawl through that hole.
Sophia,
Yes?
let me boost you through that hole.
I'm not climbing through there. I'll bet it's full of spiders, or rats, or snakes.
So, we basically want to do the Aladdin approach here, where you know how in the movie Aladdin's like, I bet he can't even get us out of this cave, and the genie's like, oh, really? Well, watch this. We'll do the same thing here. You want to say, you probably wouldn't fit through that hole anyway.
I just meant it's an awfully narrow passage.
Are you saying I won't fit?
And then if you also say that with luck you might squeeze through, that'll convince her to
With
go through
luck,
the hole.
You might just squeeze through.
Oh, really? Shut up and give me a boost, Jones.
Yes, ma'am.
And watch those hands, Buster. There's a pulley on this side.
We'll use it.
Okay, hang on. Happy?
We're not out of the woods yet, but nice going.
Alright, now what we want to do is we want to open this gold box we found earlier, use the beads we have in the gold box,
Is now in the box.
then we can close the box, make sure nothing falls out, and then we want to use the amberfish and a string.
It's pointing at Sophia's necklace.
It must be detecting the orichalcum residue.
Well, now we have that information, let's head on into the next room, and now we can have a little chat with Sophia,
Listen,
Yes?
and ask if we can borrow her necklace.
can I borrow that necklace of yours for a while?
Why?
Because it's throwing off the detector.
I think it's throwing off the orichalcum detector.
So?
So we need to hide it.
So we need to hide it.
You think so? Then say, Nurab Sal is a mighty king and his eyes see through.
Nurab Sal is a mighty king, and his eyes see through.
All right. I can't give you my necklace, but tell me your plan, and I'll try to help.
The plan is to put it in the gold box.
I want to put it in this gold box.
Okay, give me the box, and I'll put it inside. There, but just for a few minutes.
Thanks.
Now for some more of my favorite parts of this game. RNG. one of the rooms in this labyrinth contains what you're looking for. And there's absolutely no way to know which room it is. So here's what you gotta do. You just gotta move from room to room meticulously, and in each room, use the ammunition to stick until it points at the back wall.
It's pointing toward that blank wall in the back.
We got lucky and found it in this room, but it's not going to be the same every time. It's going to be in a different room each playthrough, so just keep trying until you eventually find it. Anyway, once you actually discover that, you want to use the ship rib on the wall.
Well, well, well.
To open it and then step on through.
Look, an orichalcum bead. This must have been the bead that attracted the orichalcum detector.
Great. Now take the gold box. I want to wear my necklace again.
Now let's head on over here to the right and enter a map room.
Come on, door, move! Well, either Atlantis is a lot smaller than we thought, or we've found some kind of map or scale model.
Laid out just as Plato described it, in 3 concentric circles.
Alright, now it's time for some more stone spinning. So the first thing you'll want to do is you want to use the Sunstone on the spindle in the middle. Then, use the Moonstone with the Sunstone, and finally use the World Stone with the Moonstone. Now, we can use the spindle as a whole. Are you sick of seeing these things yet? Alright, so do you remember your solution from the last time we did this song and dance? I certainly hope so, because we're gonna have to replicate that here. So, if we remember correctly, in this playthrough, darkness is on the right-hand side, and we have the new moon at the top below the setting sun and the tall horns. Now then, we know what these two stones are. The only thing we don't know is going to be the World Stone in the middle. So, first possibility we're going to try is to align the city with the darkness. So let's go ahead and try that. Of course, we get lucky with the first thing we tried. That's great for a walkthrough's perspective. That's great for a walkthrough's purpose. Okay, so before we move through here, I'm going to explain what the other solutions are. So, we align the city with the darkness, and that worked first try. If that doesn't work, you can try aligning the city with the full moon, or aligning the city with the waning moon. I'll actually just use this so that you can see. The other things that you can try is try to align the West Sea right over here. You want to try to align the West Sea with the noon sun. I said the noon sun. You can try to align it with the setting sun. And you can try to align the East Sea with the setting sun, the volcano, which is over here, with the setting sun, and the volcano with the with the waning moon. Sorry, not the waning moon, the waxing moon. One of those combinations will work, so just try them all until something eventually works. And then once the door opens, you can pick up the 3 stones. And then walk through the door.
Sophia, where are you?
We've got her, you foolish Americaner!
Let's make a deal. Sophia for the stone discs.
You're in no position to bargain, Doctor. Hand over the stones or you'll never see Miss Hapgood again.
Okay, take the stones. Just don't hurt Sophia.
She'll be perfectly safe in my custody.
Kerner! What a slimy toad.
Well, that's unfortunate, but we're not out of luck yet, because what we want to do is we want to use the ship rib on this rock wall right here to get out of here.
You know, I think one of the rocks is starting to move.
Fräulein, halt! You must board the U-boat.
I'm not going anywhere. What have you done with Indy, you creep?
Forget about Jones. How can you expect a man to lead you through Atlantis when he can't even find a way out of the labyrinth?
And you're practically an Atlantis tour guide, I suppose?
We have charted an underwater entrance to the lost city. Together, we will discover its secrets.
Good luck.
You have a choice, Fraulein. Join us and fulfill your life's ambition. Or join your friend, another rotting corpse on the road to glory.
Well, how can I refuse hospitality like that?
Jones was a better man than I thought. If he could tolerate her... Oof. Ugh.
Hey, there's a Nazi U-boat.
Okay, we made our way out of the labyrinth, which means that will be for the episode, so thanks for watching. See you next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Goodbye!